Hey guys, what's up? This is Dishi here with another tutorial for you guys, and this time it is for the F-35 from Back to Karkin. In this video, I'll be focusing more on telling you how to use the F-35 as effectively as possible. Now I know there are a lot of you people who actually think F-35 is pretty much the worst jet of the game, but trust me, it's a completely different beast, and if you just give it a chance, it might just surprise you. Now let me give you a brief introduction to the F-35. F-35 is the product of JSF program, JSF standing for Joint Strike Fighter. The F-35 Lightning is a stealth multi-role fighter with STOVL capabilities, and STOVL stands for Short Takeoff and Vertical Landing, which means that the F-35 can land and take off vertically and can also hover at a spot at any desired altitude. It might not be the best jet for dogfighting, but it surely is the best at what it does. That is, providing close air support to the ground units. Now we all know how to fly a jet in the normal flight mode, right? So I'll be focusing only on its hovering ability. And keep in mind guys, you'll go into hover mode as soon as you hit the speed of 230 or roughly somewhere around that. Now let's talk about controlling it while hovering. The only thing that you need to increase or decrease your altitude while hovering is your brake or decelerate button. If you apply your brakes, you will gain altitude, and if you release your brake, you will lose altitude. The key to aiming at your target while hovering is to use your yaw motion. If you use your ailerons to bank while hovering, this is how your aircraft will react. To pitch up or down, just use your normal pitching controls. The F-35 is not made for dogfighting, so I would suggest you to stay away from a good jet pilot in the enemy team. But if you can be highly precise with your speed control, then go ahead and take on the enemy jet, and in that case, you shouldn't have any problems. Now let's talk about engaging an enemy chopper with the F-35 using its hovering ability. If you want to engage an enemy chopper while hovering, keep in mind, never ever start hovering in front of the chopper, always hover behind or on the either sides of it. Now let me show you some in-field examples of engaging an enemy chopper. And that should be enough amount of examples to show you how to take down an enemy chopper. Now let me show you how to engage the enemy ground units, which is frankly speaking my favorite part about this jet. First rule of air-to-ground engagements is never get too low, control your pitch and altitude to keep yourself high enough to avoid being shot by a tank or an RPG, but still staying low enough to keep your crosshair on the ground target. If by chance you need to get too low to take down a target, be as much aware as you can be about your surroundings and make sure you don't have any tank waiting for you to get low enough. Also, never pitch down too much as the F-35 is really slow when it comes to recovering from a steep descent. That would be all the tips that I can possibly give about using the F-35 as effectively as possible. I decided to make this video because a couple of you guys requested me to, so I'd say it's a Christmas gift to you guys from my side. I hope you guys can now start using the F-35 at its best after watching this video. With that being said, you guys have a Merry Christmas, enjoy with your families, and this is Dishi signing off.